Yo, Visioneers, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome to our first ever Park Spotlight Park Beyond Edition. That is right. The creators Limbic Entertainment have finally added in a kind of photo mode where you can hide the UI, which means we can now explore theme parks, as they do also have a community sharing platform supported by Mod.io. And this is a cross-platform sharing system which allows you to share between PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So the park that we're looking at here today is Fun Valley, created by Gingeritte. So for all we know, they could have made this on a PlayStation, an Xbox, or even PC. I just subscribed to it. The only information really given is the creator's Mod.io name. So we don't have the usual formalities of reading a submission that somebody sent in and hearing what they have to say about it and that sort of thing, which is a little bit unfortunate. But as you can see from the background here, we got some beautiful B-roll. I'm able to get the camera shots just like I would with Planet Coaster. The game runs a lot better than Planet Coaster as it is on the Unreal Engine 4. You know, it's just a little bit more modernized. Now, some people might not like the graphics, some people might not like certain aspects of Park Beyond, but you know what? I said, let's give it a try. I downloaded a handful of some of the best looking parks from their screenshots, and I figured we'll do a little bit of a mini series and get a feel for what people think of these Park Beyond parks. At the very least, after all the struggle that this game has endured, I think it's worth it to at least see what some people have built using this game engine. So, without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go explore Fun Valley. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our very first ever Park Beyond Park Spotlight at Fun Valley, created by Gingeritte. One little disclaimer, I am using an Xbox controller. It's like a PC Xbox controller or whatever. And it's the only way I could actually explore the park without having an aneurysm. You have to hold middle mouse click to turn, and it's so slow and painful. So I was able to tweak my controls in a way, and it's also very fast. When I hit WASD, look at this. You know, you guys already say I move a little bit too fast in Planet Coaster. So at least with this Xbox controller, I can push the joystick just so ever so slightly. And even at max, it's only this fast because I've turned down the settings. So this is going to allow me to get a better first-person perspective. I cannot select any of these kind of humans here, these little Sims, and control them. I can watch from their perspective, but I cannot control them, as far as I know. So yeah, there's a lot to figure out in terms of like how do I explore Park Beyond versus that of Planet Coaster. But I think the important thing is having a look. Like already, just looking at these shops, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I think everything is a little bit more bedazzling to look at in terms of like animations, animatronics, and motion. There's just a lot going on in Park Beyond, which is pretty cool. Is this a flat ride or a coaster? Let's find out. All right, look at this. So we got our first queue ever for our first coaster ever, and I have no idea how this is gonna go. So, how do I, oh my goodness. I don't know how to use the Xbox controller. I was gonna say, like, how do I look at the ride stats? I don't even think there are any. Profitability 4. It is orange across the board, guys. Okay, we got, like, nausea, visitor slot, ride duration. It's a 3-minute ride. Sure, and it's a Transport Junior Hyper Station. I don't think any of these stats are going to be useful to us. I feel like some of this is like kind of a bit meme-ish. And I also don't have any hotkeys for speeding up and slowing down the game. I have to use these buttons in the top right-hand corner. So I will cut to it when it's ready. Okay, so I've been waiting here for a hot minute. And it looks like this here coaster is actually, like we saw the tag transport ride, right? It's a legitimate monorail. Now, it takes you to like 4 different stops, but there's only one train running on this, and that is a problem with Park Beyond, is that you can't have multiple trains running on one coaster, which still blows my mind to this day. I just don't understand it. So with that being said, that's why it's a 3-minute duration. So with some magic of video editing, I can just show you each of the stops and where it takes us around the park, and we can have a look around. But boy, oh boy, is this thing ever slow to get back. Even for a monorail, it is, you know, these guest wait times are just horrendous. So in terms of theme park management, it's not going to be the best sim experience in terms of, you know, the only way to fix this problem is to add more trains to the coaster, but you cannot do that in Park Beyond. And I've been waiting here for like 5 minutes on fast forward and nothing is happening. Horrendous. This is not off. We're not off to a good start, guys. These might end up just becoming memeing on Park Beyond video spotlights. Oh, it's not a good start. That's for sure. You know what I've decided to do, guys? We're gonna put it into test mode, and we can go on ride camera from here. Test mode is... Okay, so what do we got going on here? We have a third-person view, and then there's the first person. If I guess I can't hide the UI, but I can use the Xbox controller to look around. I mean, fidelity, frame rate, visuals, all check it out for me here. It's very clear. The clarity is amazing. This jitteriness, still a thing from beta. Not cool. But yeah, like just looking around here, pretty astonishing. I'm digging it. So in test mode, it should take off right away. Yeah. So this is why it was taking so long. So if you're going to create a transport ride in Park Beyond, there are new options that they've given away with free updates as of recently. They've added in a monorail and a few other transport rides. However, if you have 4 or 5 stops like this coaster does, the fact that you can't add multiple trains is a big problem. So please, to the developers, if you can, please allow us to add multiple trains. At least 1 train for every station, right? That way, like, as we're going up this, there's another one coming back around, right? It seems to be less jittery now. That jitteriness was 1 section. Look at this. The flat ride is erecting itself as we're passing by. It's a gigantic pinball machine. Bumper cars. We got a big Kraken tank down there. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm not mad at this. Now, oh god. Oh, it's the it's the brake sections. Wow, the trim brakes. They jitter. Okay, well, developers need to take a look at the trim brakes, I think. Look at that. There's people flying around a T-Rex over there. We gotta give that a ride later. I think, you know, I didn't even know what I was downloading here today. This isn't like the craziest park. It's not a Beyond park. I don't think it's been quote-unquote impossified as much as it could be. It's a small starter park. I didn't want to go too crazy. I wanted to download something that, you know, wasn't too overwhelming. Not like a mega park or anything. Just something we could look at and experiment with for our first ever, you know, Park Beyond Spotlight. And even this is pretty cool. So I can only imagine what people... Oh, we're leveling up. That was actually a bit of an issue too. So even in sandbox mode with everything turned off, the game, when I was trying to get my B-roll, the game kept on being like, park level achieved. And I'm like, I don't want to achieve anything right now because it would cancel my scenic mode and everything that I'm doing. That will be a problem going forward, and the developers should look at disabling all that stuff when we're just trying to explore a park. All right, so that was our transport ride. As I mentioned, I could probably even show it here. If we go to the roller coasters, they've added new ones. There's actually a monorail in here. So in the future, you don't have to use these coasters. You can actually just build a monorail. And they've actually done a pretty good job at adding a bunch of free stuff in, as well as a bunch of new coasters. I think we're up to like, what was that, 7 coaster types or something, but you can also swap the trains out. So the flying coaster is also a inverted coaster. So it has 2 functionalities. And I believe we can even like ride these. I've shown this off in a flat ride video where I showed off all the flat rides, and yes, you can, it's almost like a dark ride, which is kind of cool. I actually am really impressed with the flat rides in this game. So, you know, if you want to ride all the flat rides, I've already done that in a previous video where we impossify everything. I think I'm only going to try to ride some of these flat rides if they've got like a really good vista or like they're placed, you know, just like how I do it in Planet Coaster. Some of the rides are like really well placed and I'm like, oh, I got to see this. So, yeah, this is cool. Like, I think the person did it. Oh, wow. So these are the triggers. They go up and down like ridiculously. See, this is what I'm talking about. That stuff needs to stop. It's very hard to control this, even though we got a scenic mode finally. But I think they did a good job with all this gardening work. I feel everything's very vibrant. Some people don't like the color palette of this game, but it gives me like Fortnite vibes, and I kind of like the art style, personally. I like Fortnite art style. I also like this. So here we go. We're at our next coaster. How do I do anything from here? It's standard coaster 2. It's just a corkscrew from my belief, but with impossification, it could become anything. No, this is the transport ride. So every time I come up to this blue coaster, standard coaster, I have to ignore it because it's the transport ride. But I do want to get us... What is going on here? We got confetti and unicorns. Wow. I haven't seen these assets in the game before. I know they added a bunch of expansion packs, DLC, and different things, and I still have to take a look at it. But it is fun seeing like a fully decorated Park Beyond Park. Look at this shop. That is crazy. Looking cool. Very cool. That's like this, what? Wasn't there like a Far Cry game that was like covered in graffiti? Far Cry, like it's giving me, there's like a Far Cry game that had all this like post-apocalyptic graffiti art. It's giving me those vibes here. And then we got this giant T-Rex. Very cool. All right. And I guess the one plus side of using a controller to walk around, oh my god, these ice cream hats are freaking hilarious. It's a very much a smoother experience. So I know some people get a little bit motion sick on some of the Planet Coaster videos. And that is because of the rapid controls, and I try to go a little bit slowly, but this is much smoother, and we have like a flawless frame rate. Like I'm getting like 120 FPS or something crazy. So optimization is it's good. We'll have to see what the mega parks look like. Yeah, we got these Candyland assets over here. Now, I want to ride like an actual coaster here. What's this over here? Okay, that is for a flat ride. Ice cream shops. These... Oh my god, this park level stuff has got to go away. That is so annoying. Oh my god, fun little... This person got creative and made this T-Rex stomping the other one. I like the innovation there. Okay, we got it. Oh, maybe this is a queue. Right here. You got a bench and a garbage can right in front of your entrance. All right. Nice little lake here. I think the environments in this game, like the water, the terrain, the trees and stuff, rocks, it all looks really nice, in my opinion. Wow. Oh, somebody's messaging me on Discord, guys. That's not you, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to mute Discord. Give me a second here. Okay, so we have Standard Coaster 3. I will, I mean, there's nothing to look at in terms of stats, so we're just gonna cut to it when it's ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is pulling in now. We're gonna put the game speed back to normal. It's gonna load up and unload here. Let's jump into ride camera. Okay, so we are sitting in the POV of somebody. I know that Planet Coaster has this issue with people flailing their hands in front of the POV. We'll have to see if that's a thing with Park Beyond here. This lift hill is going quite high. There's a look at the whole park from up here. And again, I think it looks really pretty. So we got a giant downward helix to start things off. Camera's still clicking around a little bit. We can hear the guests a little bit. This is cool. It's not too jittery until we hit the brake section here. Oh, a little top hat stall. Let's go. With trim brakes. Oh, what's going on here? Can we switch the... swap camera? Oh, look at that. We're flying. Huh. And what's going on with this thing? I like the fact that I could just push left on the D-pad and it switches my camera angle, because it's hard to tell what the heck is going on in first person for some of this stuff. Oh my god. Hey, that wasn't too bad. It's a little bit clunky, but I really don't like the trim brakes in this game. They're awful. What is happening here? Darty! Oh, and we smash into a rock as the finale. We had an animatronic there in the water too. We got a crocodile going through the water, getting a little bit of a dip there. Not too bad. Hey, not too bad at all. I'll take it. Okay, let's go back into scenic mode. Get off this ride and see what else we can find in this park. Oh, a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. I actually just picked up one of these at the mall when I was doing Christmas shopping over the holidays. I'm really good at the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, but I gotta tell you, the 4x4, I started doing a tutorial on how to do it, and then I just stopped. I was like, screw this. This is too much. I'll pick it up another day, but I got better things to do with my time. It is so much harder to memorize the algorithms to solve a 4x4. Some of them are crazy long. So, anyways, yeah, this is pretty cool. What's going on back there? I like the look of the scenery back there. Yeah, I think there's potential here, guys. We just gotta find the right parks. And I did browse around the workshop, and I gotta tell you, it's 90% garbage. Like, people will put 3 shops down in a path and upload it. I think a lot of people were just like testing the upload process, and as a result, like, it's 90% junk. And you can only get 100 things displayed on your filter at one time. So, like, a lot of the good stuff might just get lost. It's really difficult to navigate the workshop for this game. So I'm gonna assume this is another transport ride. Yeah. Wait a second, I thought I put this into test mode. I guess it opened back up automatically. Interesting. Okay. Huh. I don't remember opening it. Look at these hats! That is hilarious. Why are they all zombies? What is happening here? They're all, they got euphoria. They are mesmerized. Me, not so much here. Like, I think we need a little bit more coasters in action. There's a lot of scenery, shops, decorations. I'd say, like, this person did a good job at building stuff and having fun. We gotta get on this thing. How do I... Let's go into... Yeah, look at this. So this is kind of like your chair ride, swinging chair, but instead it's like a paraglider. That's pretty cool. Like I said, some of these flat rides are like good to ride because we can see the whole park from here. One of my favorite rides is that one right there. Can I click on it? No, I have to get the launch pad. Where's the launch pad? Is this the launch pad? Let's try this. Yeah, look at this. This is wild. Look how high we are in the sandbox. That's the park. That is wild. It literally, like, launches into space. Pretty crazy. Frames are doing something crazy there. I don't think the POVs are very good, though. You can't really see anything if you were a passenger. It's neat, though. Yeah, pretty neat. All right, let's keep on keeping on. I just, for the first ever, definitely want to take my time a little bit and look at some of these assets a bit better. But I was kind of going into this, I looked at the park and going, oh, there's a lot of coasters. But really, it was deceptive because most of the coasters are just that silly transport ride. But there's definitely a pink one here, inverted coaster, that we didn't go on. So, because I slowed down the panning, getting from a bird's eye view is a little bit slow. So here it is. This is the queue for it. Let's check this out. This is technically our final coaster of the day for this park. So a bit of a mini park here. Only 2 coasters and a transport ride. But I think it's a good start to, you know, not get something too overwhelming. So it is a flying coaster, but it could be also a flying or inverted because the modules on these things allow you to do different stuff. I think because the guests aren't getting on this, we're just gonna put it into test mode. Off it goes. And here we go. All right, so what are our views for this? We could go third person. Yeah, we'll do the first person. I mean, this is pretty cool. Get a bird's eye view. Here we go. Here we go. Another downward helix. The only coaster element that this creator knows how to make. Let's go. Oh my god, and smashing into rocks on both of our coasters. The knot in the center there was really small and drastically fast. But this is kind of cool. It goes right through the flat ride here. And again, smashing through objects. Not really testing our coasters. Well, let's switch over to mouse and keyboard here and go into scenic mode because I can actually move around and zoom a little bit faster. There's a look at the whole park. From the looks of things, it was just the 2 coasters, the pink one and the other pink one, bright pink and baby pink. And then we had this kind of silly broken transport ride that didn't do a whole lot. But visually, I thought things looked nice. And I think with what you can do with the decorations, the vibrance of the game, the terrain tools in this game are bananas good. Like, really good. Like, way better than a Planet Coaster, in my opinion. So, the game still has a lot going for it. I think the issue with these, this particular park here, either the person's building this with an Xbox controller, or they're, you know, even if they're using mouse and keyboard, let's be real, struggling just a little bit with the controls to get the coasters and rides just the way they want them. So, I think the game has potential for these massive, amazing park spotlights. It's just like, can we find the creative individual that's able to make it possible? Because as of right now, it seems a little bit impossible. But impossify everything, even the controls. Well, I had like a moderate amount of fun visually. I think there was a lot of good visuals to look at here, but ride-wise, both the coasters were a bit of a flop and a bit of an underwhelming experience. For the next one, if I load it up and there's 2 underwhelming coasters and that's it, I will just move on to the next one. But I just wanted to be first impressions. Never seen it before. Let's open up the first one and see what happens. And this was the result. So I have to now raise my expectations, raise the bar a little bit, and it has to be at least better than this going forward, you know? So let me know what you guys thought of a Park Beyond Park Spotlight down in the comments below. Obviously, the content here is lacking in terms of what the creator created for us, but I want to get your constructive feedback on the potential. I can't even click this. What is going on? My mouse has disappeared. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, okay, use the controller. Oh my god. I'd like to get your constructive feedback on at least like the potential. Did you enjoy the POV using the Xbox controller? Do you like the visuals of the game? If we can find a really good park, is that something you'd be willing to watch if it's out there, right? Should we keep digging a little bit deeper and see what's in the box is what I want to know from you guys. Let me know down in the comments below, and that's going to do it for me in today's episode of Park Beyond Park Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.